Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Hayley and Allyson show here on Backchannel. My name is Hayley Ellis. This is Allyson June Smith.
Good morning.
Good morning. And we are here today until 8 a.m. Get involved with the show. We are an interactive show here on Backchannel. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by whatever you would like to tell us this morning. Let us know where you're listening in the world. Let us know what you've had for breakfast. Let us know what your deepest, darkest desires are. Actually, not that one. Too early. It's a breakfast show. But welcome. Joining us every day here on our show is Producer Will. Hi, Producer Will.
Hiya.
Morning.
Hiya. How's it going?
You're in a very good mood this morning.
I know. It's because I literally had my Weetabix.
If you are listening in the US, Weetabix is a breakfast cereal.
Well, what's the US equivalent of Weetabix? Surely they must have.
We have Weetabix. We have Weetabix in North America. So yeah, there we go. There's a
There you go.
There's an international bond between us all.
Oh.
Thank you, Producer Will. He will be here all morning fact-checking for us. Let us know whether cereals are the same in the UK and the US. This is highbrow stuff, people, on the Hayley and Allyson show. Good morning. It is November the 8th today. Celebrity birthdays. It is rapper and music producer MNEK's birthday. He is 26 today. Happy birthday if you're listening. Let us know what you got for your birthday, because I find over the age of 20, presents drop, don't they, Allyson?
Absolutely. People really, but also over 20, your desire for gifts is different, because I don't know about you, but if I want something, I don't have the patience to wait for somebody to get it. I go get it for myself.
Yeah, that's very much what I'm like now. When we've got Amazon, you know what I mean? Amazon Prime, we just get what we want when we want it, don't we?
Boom, instant. It's at my door. It's the greatest.
Producer Will is 25. Sorry, Will, could you come back a sec? I just want to ask you this question. Is your present started getting, you just added another mouthful of cereal?
No, coffee. Yeah. Also, the bin men are here, so it's very loud.
Right.
It's very exciting here in Leeds.
It's all going off, people. So you're 25 now. Have your presents started getting gradually worse off the parents?
I wouldn't say worse. There's a definite shift. Like, this year for Christmas, I was like, somebody please get me some socks.
Oh, wow.
I'm in dire need of socks. I don't want to buy them for myself because I don't want to waste my money on socks.
Well,
so yeah.
You are such a... He is...
I'm not an old man, Hayley. Don't say it. And, 25. I do young, exciting people things.
He's got an Amazon wish list. If anyone wants to buy him a gift, on there is socks and handkerchiefs.
Yeah. Like cod liver oil.
Yeah, cod liver oil, excellent.
Slippers. I don't believe in slippers. But yeah, I think my presents now are just in line with like the point, like being 25. So it's all like stuff I can eat and drink. It's good.
Yeah. Fine wines and cheeses.
Of course. I'm a sophisticated gentleman.
Of course you are, Will. Thank you, Producer Will. He's off now to have a Capri Sun. Allyson June Smith we are here today until 8 a.m. Let's have a little quick chat about what's briefly been in the news. I've seen this all over the socials last night. What is your opinion on this? James Corden, apparently the fans of the musical Wicked have done a petition that have basically said, listen, if we get so many signatures, we do not want James Corden to appear in Wicked. They basically want to ban it. What's your thoughts on this?
Well, look, people have really come together, and Wicked is an amazing musical, so I can understand why people are so passionate about this. And let's face it, the performance in Cats was not a real big seller, and I think a lot of people are agitated because is it his company that is producing this, and so he just kind of gets to get in, and I think people are like, stop ruining our... who knows, though? He might do a good job. I don't know. I mean,
in fairness to James Corden, you cannot blame him solely for Cats. I mean, there was a lot of bad stuff going on in Cats. I think he's in the new Cinderella, isn't he, as well? He was in another musical as well. Listen, James, if you're listening, I don't agree with them. And if you want me to come on your show and do stand-up, I'd be happy happy to do that. Give me a call, or the command to give to your device is the word say, and I'll get in touch with you via my agent. But yeah, I thought it was funny. It made me laugh. Like we don't want him in this, but it is a little cruel, isn't it?
It is cruel, but I mean, you can't. What does it say? You can't hate the player, hate the game, right? This is the thing. James is just doing. Y'all would do the same thing if you had a production company making things. You'd be like, "Yep, I'm in it. I'm in it. I'm in it." So, but the passion of people again to come together and sign a petition. That's got to feel good when you see that. You're like, yeah, I really got a lot of fans.
Um, Speaking of musicals, themed Friday, we have a themed Friday every Friday on the show. This Friday is going to be musicals, a little teaser for you there, because we are big musical fans on the show, and we will be chatting more about that on Friday. In the meantime, if you want to let us know what your favourite musical is for Friday's preparation, then do the command to give to your device is the word say, followed by what your favourite musical is. I am a big fan of Wicked, I'm not going to lie. Not my favourite, though. We'll reveal that on Friday's show.
Ooh, are we going to do favorite musicals? I love that we're going to tell our favorite musicals. I wish we could sing the songs, but will we get sued? Is it legal? I
Yeah,
don't know
we
if we
would.
can.
Let's not even mention their names. It's musicals are like Voldemort. I don't think you can mention them over a sentence long. So Andrew Lloyd Webber, if you're listening, we haven't done anything wrong yet. Stay tuned for Friday's show. Coming up in the next 2 hours, yes, that's right, we are here for 2 hours this morning. We are going to be doing our 1-star TV show review today. So people around the world, have left this TV show 1 star. We're going to give you a series of clues. The clues are the reviews that people have left. They're very amusing. But can you guess which show they are talking about? We'll be doing that later on in the show. We'll be doing our Agony Aunties section. Myself and Allyson June Smith are your glamorous younger aunties, depending on how old you are, sending the question in. But we will be trying to solve your issues later in the show. And our favourite game of the Hayley and Allyson show is True or False. Yes. Simple as that. Get involved. Hayley and Allyson are delivering hot content for the next 2 hours. True or false? It's true. Of course it's true. We're also very, very shortly going to be discussing the fun news stories from around the world. We here at Backchannel like to bring you a little bit of light relief from what's going on in our actual world. And so we're going to be doing the fun news stories from around the world that have caught our eye. If you have a news story you'd like us to discuss on the Hayley and Allyson show, then do get in touch. You can tweet us at Backchannel Live, or the command to give to your device is the word say. Also today, here, Allyson, is some exciting news about today, November the 8th. Obviously, a big day because...
Big day.
Big day. It is British Pudding Day. It's all there, all in our calendars, British Pudding Day. So if you're listening from the US, it is pudding is our dessert, basically. It's British Pudding Day.
Do you know what? It is interesting because when I first moved here, people would talk about having their pudding after... should we get a pud after dinner? Should we get a pud after a tea? Let's have a pudding. And I was like, God, you people are mad over pudding here. Like I didn't. And then I learned, pudding just means dessert. That's just the word for dessert here. So a pudding does not necessarily mean butterscotch, chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. I don't even know all the pudding flavors. It is desserts. Yeah.
Oh, apparently it's tomorrow. Producer Will's just informed me it's National Pudding Day tomorrow. Oh no, it's the 9th. No, not tomorrow. Oh, Will.
Ellie, you're so funny. Today is the 9th. It's happening today. I just didn't change it.
Oh, so I've done that thing that you see on like American sitcoms where they just read the auto cue without I've just said it's the 8th of November. So if anyone was listening, they'd be like, oh my God, this is Groundhog Day.
What is happening?
That was the 8th yesterday. Yeah, it's the 9th of November. Thank you, Producer Will, for making me look like an idiot.
Happy
on
Pudding
Backchannel. Happy Pudding Day.
Pudding
Day. He's gone. What's your favourite pudding, Allyson?
I would probably have to say my favorite pudding. See, I'm more of a savory girl. So if I went with a pudding, I love a Victoria sponge cake or a lemon drizzle cake.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Producer Will said tiramisu. Of course it is. It's got
And
coffee
yours?
in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Wow, what's yours, babes?
oh, I like a cheesecake. I do like
You
a
like a
cheesecake.
cheesecake, yeah.
Mm.
I
New
do like
York.
it. Yeah, it's so good, but a proper cheesecake. Some
Mm.
cheesecakes I get over here are like a foamy, squishy. They're not that. You need like a firm. It's got to have a tart, bit of a,
Yeah,
you know.
if you could do the sound effects for it as well, Allyson.
That's
It
what I
just
want
sounds
my mouth to do after a cheesecake. Yeah.
it just sounds like your dentures have come loose. Also, later in the show, we've got a pudding theme, true or false. Now, if that isn't going to keep you gripped for the next 2 hours, then I don't know what is, frankly. Let us know your favourite pudding. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your favourite pudding. We are waking you up this morning on the Hayley and Allyson show, here all morning with producer Will. But first, we are going to chat about the news stories that have caught our eye this morning. This one made me laugh quite a lot. It was reported in the UK Mirror. Basically, what's happened is a woman in the UK has gone viral on TikTok because, of course, she has. Because you know, when you get builders into your place and they're doing a bit of work, builders are on a little work. She'd left a camera on. No, she wasn't trying to catch them out. She was basically, it's a camera, like a pet camera, dog camera.
Mhm.
So when she's at work, she can keep an eye on her dog, because who knows what those pesky dogs may be doing when she's at work. You know, they could be having a friend.
Singing and dancing, probably. They could get up on their hind legs. They start
Yeah.
making food, you know.
Yeah, inviting all the dog friends round, having a few tinnies in the living room, betting on poker. Who knows? So she set this camera up. She set this camera up to keep an eye on her dogs, and she's had designers in. And what she's caught on camera is not as bad as what you'd initially think, because I thought this is going to be horrific and not for breakfast radio. But she has caught the builders sort of slagging off her interior design. So one of the builders can be heard saying, everything's pink, the refrigerator, the washing machine, she's got pink, and a swear word everywhere. So yeah, and they're both basically saying how hideous she is, that she's decorated the place. And one of the builders said they're mad, they don't have taste. So I mean, I mean, if that was me watching that back, I'd be so upset. But because builders aren't exactly known for having the best taste, half of them don't even wear their jeans properly around their rear behind.
Well, that's exactly it. It's a couple of guys too, you know. It's obviously not their environment. I had a friend, and she loves flowers, right? So she had big floral wallpaper, big flowers everywhere, and she had a guy in to do some work, and he literally said to her, he's like, "Oh, you know, no man would live in this place. No man would live in this place." And she looked at him and she was like, "Good, that's what I was going for."
Yeah, especially not you.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
You need some more sports posters up. You know, it's so interesting. So these builders went in and slagged off or talked bad about her pink flat. Oh, it
Do
is
you know,
funny though.
I've got friends who are like tradesmen, and one of them said, they speak in Wales, in the well, I was going to say in the UK. Oh my God, Welsh people! I apologise for that. But in Wales, the country Wales, they speak Welsh in obviously most of the areas there. These tradesmen were in, and the person in the house was slagging off the tradesmen. So this is sort of flipped that, but in Welsh, thinking they won't understand. They're from England; they're not going to understand. And one of the tradesmen could speak fluent Welsh, so he could understand everything they were saying when they were slagging off the workmen.
Yeah, don't ever think people don't speak languages or they can't understand things, because that is the moment that you will fail. Life will teach you a lesson. But yeah, and you know what? It is interesting because builders, you should know, a lot of people have cameras in their houses now. A lot of people are constantly just eye on their homes. So I bet you this isn't the first. This is definitely not the first time this has happened. But I do love that it's huge on TikTok right now, and I bet you those builders are just like, I feel bad about that. Yeah.
I don't know how bad they'd feel. I mean, it'd be worse if they were caught doing something else. I mean, it terrifies me to think what people do in your home when you're not there, you know? Like, I wouldn't want them going through my cutlery drawer and using a knife as a sort of
You have no
utensil.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
When I was
terrifying
babysitter,
stuff.
Yeah, when I was a babysitter, you'll love hearing this because you have a child now, Hayley, and at one
Mhm.
point you probably will be hiring teenage babysitters. When I was a young teenage babysitter, I used to root through people's houses. Oh my God. I would go through their cupboards. I would like snoop through their drawers. I did, I admit it. But I would make sure that I put everything back exactly as it was. So if I like smelt a perfume, I'd be like, all right, it was put back this way, exactly like this. Oh, I was a nosy little babysitter. I
What
loved
were
it. I
you
went through
looking
everyone's stuff.
for? What were you
I don't
looking
even
for?
know. I don't even know. Like, yeah. I just liked knowing, just seeing people's things, looking at the women's makeup. Yeah. I was just a
And
nosy little. So, yeah.
and did you ever find anything that you shouldn't?
No, fortunately, I didn't find anything that I was like, I don't understand how. What is this? When it goes on? No, I never found anything that I shouldn't have found. Um,
Mm.
yeah, I
But
just
there you go. Producer Will has let us know. I mean, we are talking here, if you've just joined us, a story that has gone viral on TikTok where a set of builders were working on a lady's house. What they didn't realize is that she had a dog cam in place. Of course, she did, to monitor her dog. And she's caught these builders sort of laying into her interior design taste. Producer Will, are you there?
Always.
Producer Will, you said that you're a very nosy man.
So nosy.
In what way?
So I live in a house share, okay, with lots of other people, strangers who I don't know, and it takes a lot of restraint not to go like poking around. Or like
yeah.
when someone moved in the other day, not the other day, the last time somebody moved in, they would bring all of their belongings inside, and I was just stood there like trying to like pretending to be helpful or like welcoming and nice, and really just like looking at all the stuff that they had, what kind of stuff was in the kitchen, like
Yeah. What
all,
cereal
all
do they
sorts.
eat? What kind of bread
And
do
like
they
you said,
buy?
Allyson, like I'm not looking for anything. Like I'm not going to steal anything. I just want to know.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
there's no
terrible.
point to it. What are you about? What is this? Look at your cutlery.
It's
Oh,
just the best way to get to know somebody is through their possessions.
mm-hmm.
Or it could be conversation, Will. It could
No,
be,
absolutely
Oh,
not.
Haley, you're
Absolutely
so
not.
old-fashioned.
So
No.
naive. No one
just
stands for that.
rifling through the bins there, trying to find
Yeah.
out a bit
So
more.
never leave me unattended in your house because I will go looking for stuff.
Will
We'll
and I
definitely.
should never be left unattended in anyone's home. We will know everything about you by the end of the night.
Will and Allyson rooting through your bins, trying to piece together what you like. Thanks, producer Will. So that was a story that caught my eye. Allyson, have you seen any fun news stories from around the world that have caught your eye today?
Yes, there's one I loved here. This is interesting. So, although I was looking at the article and I couldn't find out why. Okay, so a man was found trapped inside the wall of an iconic theater after 2 days. So, a guy had come in, but here's the thing. He was found naked, but they don't really address that aspect of things. I don't know why he ended up
Have you just imagined it?
No,
Have you?
no. He was. So basically the staff there said they saw this guy kind of wander into a theater and then he disappeared. So they were like, "Oh, they thought, well, maybe he's a homeless gentleman, maybe he just came in to use the facilities, maybe he slipped away, got out." So they were like, "Oh, he came in and then he left." And then 2 days later, staff heard someone screaming from within the walls, "Help! Help!" So somehow this guy had crawled up obviously into like small probably hiding in a crevice of the building, and then slid into a section behind the wall right beside a toilet and was trapped in there. Just stuck in there. So yeah, this man eventually was taken to hospital. He was just dehydrated. Um, but yeah, I don't know why again he's in there. And they do not address in this article. I'm looking again why it was he was Nudie patootie. I don't know. Maybe stripped down to try to get out of the little. I don't know, but yeah.
I mean, this sounds like a dream that someone's had, doesn't it? There was a man trapped in the walls of a theatre naked for 2 days. If that was you, get in touch. Let us know why you were naked. The command to give to your device is the word "say," followed by your reason for being trapped in the walls of a theatre. Was he going in to watch a performance? Do we have any further details?
No, we have no idea because he just went in and then disappeared. So Yeah.
Maybe it was like the cast member of the musical Hair, because they have to be naked, isn't it? So maybe he was one of them, got trapped in the wall. I mean, can you imagine? So you're shouting out for help. The emergency services come, they break a hole in the wall, you're there naked. How do you explain that? Just, oh, sorry about that. I was just how do you explain that?
I love that. Yeah, there's no like explanation either. Like he just, who knows, but he was found naked, which is kind of a terrifying thought. That is like too many horror movies I've watched where there's someone in the walls. Could you imagine that? Especially if you're the first one on shift and you just hear someone screaming, "Help, help." And you're like, where is that coming from? Is that inside my head? I mean, where? Yeah.
And it's
Not,
even scarier, the fact that he was naked as well. Like, that is someone coming in the walls talking to you is scary enough, but the fact they've got no clothes on is terrifying.
yeah.
Producer Will, if you could find out for us why he was naked, let us know. Or if you're listening currently and you're stuck in the wall of a theatre, get in touch. We'll see if we can help you out. A story that caught my eye this week is, and being a new mum myself, it made me laugh. A dad has admitted on Reddit, he's got basically him and his partner have identical twins and he can't tell them apart. So what he's been doing is he's been secretly drawing dots on them in order to tell them apart. So his wife is apparently furious about it because his wife insists on dressing the twins the same, as a lot of people do when they have twins, they dress them the same. But because he's doing this as well, the husband, he's like, I don't know one which is which. So when the wife is sort of talking to them, saying which one's which, he's then putting little dots on them. I hope he's not using permanent marker.
No, in fact, specifically in the article, it said a safe, washable, non-toxic marker. He's no sucker. He knew. People will lose they're going to lose their minds anyway. You know what though? I have to say, I think this is innovative. I myself, I think it's a good technique because he's not around with the babies every day. She's there with the babies every day. Of course, she knows every tendency, every she sees them growing. She knows exactly what's happening. He's at work. He's probably exhausted. They're both probably exhausted. I mean, Hayley, if you had twins, first off, let's put you in the land of twins.
Okay.
I'm just looking at your face. Okay,
I'm ultimately feeling double tired. Yeah.
So you have two baby girls. Would you be upset if your partner couldn't tell them apart and was just secretly putting a little dot on them? Would you be angry? Would you be angry?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't want to be like, oh my God, my baby's got another freckle in a different place today. That'd be really weird, wouldn't it? Like doing the dot to dot on the baby's face. Listen, I get it because I've seen identical twins and I can't tell some of them apart. I mean, Jed would have been on the scene for many a year and I have no idea which one is which until they tell me.
Yep. Yeah,
Have you
exactly.
have you ever dated a twin?
No, I've never dated a twin. I've dated some brothers that look like one. I've dated some brothers, not at the same time. I've dated a guy who had a brother that looked similar, but never a twin, never an exact twin. Yeah, part of me was like, okay, here, I'm going to get controversial.
Okay.
I did some reading and I remember years ago learning that if you have twins, you are never supposed to dress them alike. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to refer to them as the twins because they are two individuals. And so at all times from day one, you're supposed to make them their own unique person. So I'm going to put it out there. I think maybe the mom is doing something wrong. Yeah, I said it, everyone. Maybe if they just had different outfits, maybe if they were like baby Jane has this color on and baby Jessica's maybe it'd be a bit easier. But if you're going to dress the same and put them exactly the same and oh, so cute. And I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that is controversial. And anyone who sort of, what's the word, criticizes a parent will feel their wrath, Allyson, and she will be coming for you. She will be.
I'm ready. As
Yeah.
a non-parent, I have a lot of opinions that I'm sure parents would love to hear.
We are coming for you. We are on Mumsnet right now, forming a group, finding out where you live, and we are. Yeah, I
Don't
mean,
mess.
you say that they shouldn't really dress them the same, but my sister is 3 years older than me, and I used to get her hand me down, so stuff that she'd actually worn, I'd be wearing the same, but 3 years later when it was falling to pieces. Did you have that?
Yes, absolutely. Although I was the older one, so my sister got stuck with my clothes.
Oh,
Yeah.
stuff that wasn't even relevant anymore. So, like,
Yeah.
stuff that was in fashion, that's no longer now in fashion. Like, why
Varney
you
or
think
hypercolored T-shirts. Hypercolor. Do you remember those where you touch them and they would like have the handprint on it?
Oh, yes. So if you
Yeah.
sweated in certain places, it would change the colour of the fabric. So
Yes.
you used to have 2 big, really sweat patches under your arms that were like a luminous green.
Yeah. Exactly. But by the
Yeah.
time my sister got them, they didn't work anymore. They were just permanently stained under the it's like it's its own screen under there. Yeah.
Well, there you go. If you've got twins, let us know how you tell them apart. Get in touch. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by whatever you would like us to tell us this morning. Get involved in the show, or you can tweet us. We're on the old Twitter Rooney at Backchannel Live. Get in touch with us that way. Also, Allyson, have you read a story this morning about humpback whales?
I did read a little story about humpback whales. It's actually about a fisherman, a lobster fisherman, was out, and this guy's been, diving for lobsters for years now, diving for lobsters, and he was doing his good old dive, and he just got in the water. He was, looking for the lobsters. All right, everything's going well. And then he said he felt like he got hit by a Mack truck. Like he just felt this pressure. And then all of a sudden, everything went completely black. And at first, he was like, have I been eaten by, he thought he was eaten by a great white shark. All right. At first he was like, I've just been, but then he was like, I can't feel any teeth. Like the logic that went through this guy's head is pretty amazing because I would just panic. But again, this is a professional. So he's like, I couldn't feel any teeth. He's like, and then it dawned on me, I was in a whale's mouth. So basically the whale had sucked him up and he was in this whale's mouth. Now he had on scuba gear, so he could see, he was fully aware. And then after I think it was less than a minute, the whale obviously realized something's wrong. There's something in my mouth that I do not want. Spat him out, essentially spat out the guy, and then the guy went to shore and was absolutely fine. But this is like because whales don't eat humans. This is not, they don't do that. Even killer whales, for the most part, there's not a lot of this sort of thing that goes on.
I
Yeah.
mean, do you think whales are going to start renting their rooms out like Airbnbs? And they'll be like, yeah, come and sleep in one of my cavities for the night. I mean, that is amazing that he's learned to live to tell the tale that he was inside a whale's mouth.
It's Moby Dick for real, everyone. It happened. He in and out. Yeah. I just love that he again, people were saying if he hadn't been like a professional diver and done this a lot, like the panic that would have set in, they're saying most people would have just had a breakdown and panicked and then, not been enough with it to get out. But yeah, this
I mean, how do we know it did actually happen though? Did he have footage of it on his head cam or?
I think there were fellow divers who saw it happen. So people
Okay.
had seen this, and then when he was spit up by the whale. So it is fact. He didn't just make it up.
Yeah, because you
Hey,
can imagine
she's
like, why you
he's a
why-
liar. That guy's a liar.
No, I never said that, Allyson. But if he was my partner and he was 2 hours late coming home and he said he'd been swallowed by a whale and spat out, I'd have questions. I wouldn't just be taking his word for it. It does seem excessive. If that was you, if
Also,
you
if
were
he walked
swallowed by
in
the
the
whale,
door
get in
without any
touch.
lobster, could you imagine if he walked in without any lobster? You'd be like, Get out. Get out." That's the most upsetting thing. But yes, like Hayley was saying, if you are the guy, please get in touch to back channel.
Let us know if you're inside the whale's mouth and they have a device. Tell that. Yeah, I mean that is amazing. What a story, and I'm glad there were people there to verify it because otherwise you'd feel like you were going slightly insane. You'd be like, "No, genuinely, guys, I was swallowed by a whale." They'll be like, "Right, all right, mate."
Oh, here goes Bill on his whale story again. He's got a whale of a tale to tell. Hey.
Hey, you have a whale of a time. Way.
Hey.
Those
To all
are
our
the
listeners,
fun.
we would like to apologize. We're very sorry. Sometimes the jokes we choose to do.
Thank you for listening to the Hayley and Allyson show here for your whale and sea-based puns this morning. If you've been swallowed by a whale, get in touch. The command, if you want to get in touch with the show at all throughout the day, we are an interactive show here on Backchannel. Just say to your device the word say, followed by whatever you would like to tell us this morning. And you can tweet us as well at Backchannel Live. Coming up very shortly, we're going to be playing Guess the Celebrity. We're going to give you a series of clues. We want you to get involved involved and guess who we are talking about. We're going to be doing the 1-star movie review, but today it's a TV show. We want you to guess what TV show had several 1-star reviews. We're going to be doing our Agony Aunties section. As always, myself and Allyson will be trying to solve your problems. Allyson solves them. I just give you bad advice. And we're going to be playing a game of true or false. And also, at the end of the show, we're going to be chatting reality TV shows. I'm a big fan. Allyson, are you?
Yeah, some of them, though, I feel are damaging us as humans on the planet.
That's a lovely way of putting it. So, before we have all that, it's time for our Guess the Celebrity game. Quite often I go on stage and people are trying to guess who I am and why I am there. But this is a genuine celebrity. We're going to read out a series of clues and we want you to get involved and guess who we are talking about. So, are you ready for this, Allyson?
I am absolutely ready. And I'm excited because I see the first clue and I'm like, woo, woo, from my home country.
Yeah, I thought Allyson's going to be all over this one. So, this celebrity, born in Toronto. Is ON stand for Ontario?
Ontario, yeah. And can I teach you how to say Toronto correctly? If you're from Toronto, how you say it?
Okay.
So you sound Canadian? Toronto.
Yeah. Toronto.
Toronto. Yeah.
I'll see you, Toronto. Like that.
Yeah, I like to. Yeah, you did it right. Yeah, born in Toronto, Ontario.
And what are the other key signs? Your Canadian keywords? Oot.
Okay. No. There's only some people in Canada that say it like that. Where I'm from, it's spelled. So I'm from Calgary, but it's spelled Calgary, and you can definitely tell when people are not from Calgary because they say Calgary. I love Calgary. No, it's Calgary, Toronto.
Mm-hmm. Toronto.
Hey, we do say hey sometimes, as you know, instead of they always think it's a, but sometimes it's hey. You know, hey.
Okay.
Right?
These aren't clues that I'd pick up on very easily.
No.
Sometimes we breathe twice instead of once.
I know. We Canadians don't breathe. Nobody knows that, but we are non-breathers.
So this celebrity, going off the track, sorry, I apologize.
Sorry, everyone.
No, that was my fault for asking Allyson to give me some clues. This celebrity is born in Toronto, Ontario, and is one of the country's most revered and celebrated comedic actresses.
She is. This woman has been around in so many different things, but one of her first acting jobs, another hint here, was a campy cold flu commercial. Of course it was. Commercials are how we all get our starts. We famous people like us.
I've been in commercials. Have you?
I've done a couple of commercials. I did a Shaw television commercial, so that was like a TV company in Canada. What have you done?
Okay, I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to advertise them on the Radio Free. But I did
Forgot about that.
No, sorry. Yeah, I've done it, and I took the money. I never used the product. I did a supermarket. It was very low budget supermarket, and they were advertising their barbecue food. And I basically had to laugh at a celebrity dropping a sausage on the floor. Now, to get cast in that advert, Allyson, I had 3 auditions for a non-speaking laugher. 3 auditions.
Wow, you nailed them. You nailed those auditions. You were there. You were ready to laugh.
I was like, oh my God, this must be a really cool part. I've had 3 auditions. I've been called back to London 3 times. I've spent about £1,000 staying overnight. The money I'm going to get from this commercial. And I just laughed at a sausage being dropped on the floor. But this celebrity we are talking about, she is born in Toronto, if you're Canadian. One of her first acting jobs was a cold flu commercial. She's married to Bo Welsh. Now, he is a production set designer who you may recognize from such films as Men in Black and Thor. I've watched 4, but believe me, it was not for the production assistant. I didn't notice anything else other than Chris Hemsworth's arms. But there you go. That's her husband. And Beau and Catherine first met while filming scenes for Tim Burton's Halloween classic Beetlejuice. Big
Oh.
clue there. We are dropping some big clues. If you know who the celebrity is, get in touch. The command to give to your device is the word say, or tweet us if you know the answer at Backchannel Live to be in with a chance of winning absolutely nothing. There you go. Producer Will. Oh, there we go. Let's have a look. Another question. Should we do another question?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So
and producer Will's just informed us we just read out the celebrity's name.
That's my fault, everybody. Guess who didn't redact information? I noticed before you were going to read it out, but I couldn't message you in time. That's my bad. I'll take the fault for that one.
Not only have I said the wrong date today, I've now given away our game.
Hayley, whoever put this show together for you, I think you need to have a bit of a stern word with them, to be honest.
And we've still got 15 minutes left to play this.
But you know what? It's early in the morning. I'm going to assume a lot of the listeners maybe even missed it. Right? Not everyone's fully paying attention. And nobody's guessed the right answer yet. So shall we?
And there's more than one Canadian actress. I'm sure there's been more than one Canadian actress who was in a cold flu commercial. And who knows, maybe Beau Welsh is married to more than one Canadian actress.
Probably.
And they could all have the same first name.
Okay, Will. I mean, you are grasping at straws there.
I'm just trying to cover my own back here.
I'm just worried about what the rest of the show is going to be because we're going to.
I mean, who can say at this point?
I can't believe this is
I
a
will
Tuesday
be done for
show.
libel by the end of the show. Stay tuned.
Like a Monday show was great.
I was going to say this is a Monday show. All the mistakes. This should be a Monday, but Tuesday, no.
Yeah, coming up in the show, we will be giving you other stats that aren't true, followed by our apology later on. When we producer, go and have a little sleep. Go and have a coffee.
Thanks. I'm just going to read through the rest of the show and just make sure that everything's like.
You just have a little look there. Thanks, Producer Will. Producer Will, there's the sort of person who reveals the ending of The Sixth Sense before you've seen it. He's one of those. Listen, we'll try. Get in touch if you've worked out who it is because we've told you.
Because we said it out loud.
The command to give to the device is the word say. We're not going to say it out loud again. Don't worry, we won't be making that mistake. But this celebrity, who are we talking about, Allyson? She is known for her impressions. She does everyone from Katharine Hepburn to Brooke Shields.
She does. She is absolutely amazing. She has, I did not know this, 6 brothers and sisters. Big family. During the dinner hour, she and her siblings would compete for attention by telling funny stories from their day. It was like having 10 simultaneous conversations at once. So very much like Backchannel this morning, everyone.
I mean, I don't ever remember having one funny story to tell at lunchtime. Let alone every day.
No. I don't know about you, but I never sat down with a family and was like, let's have a laugh. It was more just like, it always turned into an argument, right? Isn't that what normal families do? That's what normal families do, right?
Yeah.
We argue.
It was more like, let's see what's on the TV and let's get away from this table as quickly as possible.
Yes. Let me go to my bedroom. I want to go to my room and be alone. That was,
But there you go. She was born in 1954 and she's known as an actress, improv artist and singer. But who are we talking about? Hopefully you've just tuned in now and we didn't give away the big clue before you didn't hear it. The command to give to your device to get your guesses in is the word say, followed by whatever you think the answer is. I can see that Laura knows who it is. Of course she does. And she didn't get that from us telling it her before. Fingers crossed. Let's give a few more clues, Allyson. Let's give some more clues and then we'll move on. We'll reveal
all right.
who
As well
it
as
is.
being an actress, improv artist, and singer, she gained recognition primarily for being an original cast member on SCTV. Now, have you ever heard of SCTV, Hayley?
I haven't. Tell me about it.
So SCTV was a Canadian sketch comedy show like SNL for Canada. And it was where a lot of comedic stars kind of got their first starts.
Okay.
So yeah, like I believe John Candy was a part of SCTV. I believe I'm trying to think who else, but there were a lot of from the Groundlings. They went from TV, then when they would the States, LA, and become part of the Groundlings Theater Company, which was a huge improv company. And then a lot of them started to get TV stardom. So yeah, so that's what SCTV was, a very Canadian-based SNL. She is also a 2-time Emmy award-winning actor, which is pretty impressive because I'll say this, there are not a lot of comedic performers that actually earn Emmys or get nominated or awarded for anything. A lot of comedic actors are disregarded because everyone thinks comedy is easy. It's so easy. So what
And
she's
look at me and you, Allyson. We make it look difficult. We make it look very difficult.
So that is an incredible information about her. What else do we have here, Hayley? What
Okay,
else do you want to tell the people?
now, if you didn't get it from us saying her name earlier, then you'll definitely get it from these clues. The film she has starred in. Oh, she's got a back catalogue of great films. She's been in the Addams Family films, my favourite film, Christmas film, Home Alone. Oh, my favourite Christmas film of all time.
Oh.
She's been in Beetlejuice, and she's also been of lots of other Tim Burton movies. But who is it we are talking about? Who is the celebrity? The command to say to your device is the word "say," followed by your guess. Get in touch. We're going to be doing the reveal very, very shortly. Are you a big Home Alone fan?
Of course, I've watched it. Although I have to admit, I think I watched the first one quite a few times, and then after that I think I watched the second one maybe one or two, like once. But yeah, I mean, good old Macaulay Culkin, right? Yes, he we've talked a lot about Macaulay. We talked about him the other day too with his band, and they only do pizza songs, Pizzology or something like that. Yeah, they only sing about pizza. But yeah, back in the day, and she was a great mom too in Home Alone, I have to say. Even though she left her child.
You've give it away now. We can see that several of you have got the answer right. Thank you for taking part. If you have, I can see that Harry got the answer right. Lucy's got the answer right. I mean, you've all got it right, and of course you would, because we have not been on it this section. But yes, well done if you got it right. Of course, the answer is, Allyson,
Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah,
Known for, well, her latest and most fabulous performance in Schitt's Creek.
There you go.
So
and
good.
apparently, Macaulay Culkin still calls her mom.
Oh,
Cute,
isn't that
isn't it?
sweet? That is cute.
Yeah.
They probably really bonded. He was a baby during the film of that, so.
Yeah, he would have been about 7 or 8, was he, when he filmed that?
Yeah.
And I loved it, still love it, and I'll be watching that in the next couple of weeks to get me in the mood for the C word, Christmas, which we shouldn't really discuss in November, but there we go. Moving on, we're going to be doing our 1-star TV show review today, Allyson, very, very shortly. Like I say, we're going to be playing a game of true or false later in the show. We're going to be doing some, talking reality TV, which Allyson doesn't seem so keen on, and we're going to be doing our Agony Aunties section. Macaulay Culkin apparently was 10 when Home Alone was filmed. So there you go. I mean, if that was, it's been remade again since, hasn't it? It's going to be coming out this Christmas. Been remade with comedians Aisling B and who else is in it? Have you not heard this, Ali?
No, they remade Home Alone?
Yes, for Disney Plus. It is it's another comic as well, and I've worked with him and I can't remember his surname. American Rob from Catastrophe. There you go, giving you all the facts today.
Dealing.
No. So producer Will was going to get.
I'm here to redeem myself with some true, thoroughly researched and 100% authentic facts for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Tell us.
Hi.
Aisling B.
Yeah. Archie Yates.
Who? Rob. What's Rob's surname? I know him.
Delaney.
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 There
See,
you
I
go.
was close. It was a D. It was a D. I can't believe they're remaking Home Alone. Why are they?
It's
Why
called
are?
Home Sweet Home Alone. It's a modern take on the 1990 film. They made based on the same story as Home Alone, that starred a young Macaulay Culkin, who was 10, as researched by your poorly competent producer. It's the 6th installment of the Home Alone franchise.
6.
And so
There
there's
we
a
go.
reboot. Of course, there's some modern twists. The modern twist is they just texted each other. Mum, you forgot me. That's the modern twist. He just texted his mum.
Mom, I'm in the house.
I'm in the house. Everything's fine. Just use your cameras to look at me.
Yeah.
It's gonna
And
be
she
fine.
could do that, like find my friend on using the phone to work out where he is.
yeah.
So I can see there he's just gone the shop. There we go. Thank you, producer Will. The 6th installment of Home Alone. By now, social services would have been called out. Surely you cannot leave a child alone that many times. Listen, it's time for our 1-star film review. We are here every day where we take people's reviews that they've given 1 star for, and you have to work out what they're talking about. We do films, we do landmarks, but today we are reviewing a TV show. I'm just going to check that producer Will hasn't left.
Yeah, you
in
do a
what
little
it is.
check through it, make sure the name of the production, because we do not want to give away the answer before we're done this game. Now, we do this every day, but I like to remind everyone, look, these are people who have reviewed these movies, places, TV shows. They're not necessarily bad. They might be blockbusters. They could be amazing films that have great ratings, but for whatever reason, angry people are out there, and like we said, they need to get out their anger, and so they write these reviews. So we like to take the worst reviews on these productions or places or people or things, and share them with you, and then we try to guess. So today, TV show. I'm very excited. I'm going to do the first one. Is that okay, Hayley? I'm going to start reading.
Yeah, you do it, Allyson, in the voice of an angry person who's left a 1-star review.
That's right. So, and then we also, Hayley gives me ways to read it. Okay, so we'll start off with just a generic angry person. Okay, generic angry individual. Okay, here we go. The show started off strong, sort of like the Goonies meets the X-Files set in the 80s for pure nostalgic reasons. The first season deserves a 10 out of 10 stars. The first season was great. The second season wasn't bad either, but it started to slip a little. Some season 3, we have, for some reason in season 3, we have a clear-cut example of how to destroy a series. They had a formula that worked. They had a formula that was fantastic, and people really loved it. Okay, so this person, I don't want to say he, big fan of the first, second, but he's feeling it slipping now. He's feeling it slip. They are feeling it slipping. I see an angry man when I read that one. I see an angry man, but it's an angry person. So we've got more than one season. That's a good clue.
Yeah. Okay. There we
Goonies
go.
meets the X-Files. That's a nice description of it with an 80s kind of pure nostalgic feel, which I agree. When I watched it, I agree. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's a very good description there. I think if you want to guess what you think the TV show is that this person left 1 star, then do get in touch. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your guess. It's a very descriptive one, that. So I think a lot of you will probably get it from that one. But here we go. We're going to give you a few more clues. I'll read the next one, Allyson. How would you like me to read it?
I would like you to read it in the style of someone who's actually upset, like saddened by this movie. They watched it and it really broke their heart. They were expecting more. That's what I want to hear.
Okay, I'll try and find my motivation.
Yeah.
Extremely overrated and full of plot holes if you examine it too closely. The main girl child actor is not as good as everyone says. I find her actually very untalented. Also, the whole show has a Disney-fied theme where nothing's actually scary or dark, but light-hearted and silly.
Oh, I love the ending on that
Thank
one.
you.
That was great. That was
Thank you.
great, Hayley.
If you'd like to nominate me for an Emmy, get in touch. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by the word Emmy for Hayley. Yeah, there you go. They said the main child girl actor is not as good as what everyone says. They say it's a bit Disney-fied, but what is the TV show we are talking about? I can see that quite a few people are guessing the right answer already. We've had some wrong answers, though. So if you want to get in touch and let us know your guess, the command to give to your device is the word say, followed by whatever you think the answer is. Allyson, you read the next review out. These are all different reviews left by different people who left this TV show 1 star. So if you could give this review in the style of a parent at a parents' evening.
Right. Okay. So speaking with other parents. Okay.
Yeah.
I grew up watching a lot of 90s shows where the main protagonist has some kind of superpowers. And this show is no different. The fact that it's tagged as horror has nothing to do with horror. The fact that it's tagged like horror and has nothing to do like a horror. It's like a toned down version of E.T. movie, 8-year-old kids. The show is most about a bunch of kids fighting to make themselves heard in an adult world. This is why the show is so popular amongst the kids. The horror part of the movie is just an afterthought. I imagine myself announcing to a bunch of parents on a school ground. That's why I was
really good, Allyson. I could feel that. I felt that come across in your emotion and the way you portrayed it. But what TV show are we talking about? The command to give to your device is the word say. I can see that Liam has got the answer right. I can see that Tara has got the answer right. And I can see that Mary has got the answer right. But if you want to guess as well, then get involved. We are in an interactive show here on Backchannel. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your guess. And I can see that Jonathan has guessed incorrectly. For some reason, Jonathan, you've put E.T. So it's a TV show. I don't know if E.T. was made into a TV show. And we also state it's E.T. in one of the clues. But do you know what, Jonathan? It's Tuesday morning. I'll let you off. Have another guess.
I'm grateful. We're grateful you're chiming in there. He probably thought it too because we read it in the clue. So he's just assuming now that anything we read in the clues is the answer. After our debauchery in the first one. So that last one, they're saying it was labeled as a horror, although they feel it wasn't really a horror. Horror was an afterthought. All right, let's do another clue. Hayley, I would like you to read this one.
Yes.
I want you to read this one like a teacher scolding a pupil, scolding a student, scolding.
Okay. You know, everybody told me to watch this show and that it was one of the best shows they have ever watched. All of that is a lie. This show just does everything wrong. Instead of using actual good actors, they use kids. And everyone knows that kids are just awful actors. On top of this, it doesn't even have any good jump movie scares, which is what makes a good horror movie. And the cherry on the top of this pile of garbage is the awful writing. It is just frustrating to see a decent idea be abused like this. Maybe one day writers will actually learn what their audience wants. Thank you.
Hayley, that was excellent. That was excellent because you had that same pitch, that teacher tone, right? Where it's almost like the same thing being yelled at you the whole time. Very well done. Very well done, Hayley.
Thank you. I think I had a good range in that one, Allyson.
I do. I liked it too. I
am available for all work. Haven't had an audition since 2007. So, let's give you some more clues. If we haven't already spelled it out for you, this is a TV show. It's got 1 stars of several people. The TV show is based on real conspiracy theories. I did not know that.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
Now, this next fact.
Jenny just came in and I thought this was a good one. Jenny from Ohio. She put the X-Files. Excellent choice, Jenny. Excellent choice.
Yeah, is a good guess, but is it the right answer? We'll be telling you a little bit, we'll be telling you very, very soon, Jenny, because they auditioned 906 boys for this and 307 girls for the main role. A bit of
Oh
an
my,
indifference there, isn't there?
906 boys and three. Well, that's because there were more boys' roles. Because that's the way the world works, everyone. And I'm giving away a little hint there. There's more boys. There was one girl. 906 boys and 307 girls. God, for the
We
main
are
role.
Well, there you go. What a world we live in. We are talking the one-star TV show review today. We are giving you clues. We want you to guess what TV show we are talking about. If you are listening, get involved. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your guess. Several people have got the correct answer, which we will be revealing very shortly. Give you a few more. This is what we call the spoon feed clues. So if you haven't got it by now,
These are the
you're never going to get it after these three clues. It was first aired in 2016. It is a Netflix original show. It gets 8.7 on IMDb, very high rating, but not for these reviews we read out. And it stars Millie Bobby Brown as your big clue, Finn Wolfhard and Noah Schnapp even. What is the TV show? What are we talking about? Final chance to get your answers in. The command to give to your device is the word say. So your little device in the corner of the room, just say its name. We can't say it because they'll talk back to us. But say their name, followed by the word say, and whatever your guess is. Thank you for getting involved. If you have already, I can see a few of you have guessed the right answer. Just a little recap. Some people said this show is the Goonies meets the X-Files. I think that's a very good
I think that's a
analysis.
great description. Yep.
It was basically based in the 80s. But what is it? Allyson, let's tell people what it is. Well done to everyone who's guessed it right. I can see that Liam has guessed it right. Mary has guessed it right. And John in New York has guessed the answer right. But what is the answer, Allyson?
The answer is Stranger Things. Da, da, da. The series TV show Stranger Things, which is, I mean, I loved it. Hayley, did you watch it?
Now, I did, but I only watched season 1. I've got a lot of things on my to-do list.
I understand. I'm not judging. Did you enjoy season 1?
I did. I very
Yeah.
much enjoyed it, but I'm a big 80s fan. I love 80s nostalgia. So
And it was like for a movie made recent, really did encapsulate the 80s. The music, even the way it was filmed, it was fantastic. I really loved it. Stranger Things. And apparently season 4 is on its way, and it's supposed to be a little more scary. So they are trying to make it a bit more scary. It was always creepy. I think it does fall into the category of horror film because it did have a little bit of, creepy, scary kind of thing. But hey, horror to me, I give it a wide. I let a lot of movies fall into horror. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, Myself in the Morning, that can be considered a horror. Do you know what they should do to make it feel more 80s on Netflix or the device that you watch it on, but it's a Netflix original. And they should make you have to rewind it at the end, physically rewind it.
Please be kind and rewind, and then it would feel very 80s.
Yeah. They should just sort of spray haze into your living room to get the impression that people are smoking in there, make it very 80s. Producer Will, he is our voice of the youth on this show, and he has messaged me just saying he thinks everyone was too well dressed for the 80s. Producer Will, where is he? Oh, he's Haley.
Hello, that's not what I said. I said somebody who I work with said that somebody who I work with who grew up in the 80s said everybody was too well dressed and that the fashion was uglier. And a lot of the IMDb reviews were and I decided not to put them in, but I'm going to bring it up now. But all the kids are so ugly. How mean is that?
It's a really horrible thing, and you did not need to bring that up at all, Producer Will.
Well, I did. At least I didn't put it in the show. But imagine slighting the children.
Yeah, it's just cruel, isn't it? And I'd like to see these people who are writing these messages.
Do you know what? That's what I liked Stranger Things, though, because I thought it depicted real people. That's what I enjoyed about it, you know? Let's say they say, oh, okay, I'm sorry these children hadn't had plastic surgery by the time they were 10. They were genuine people. That's what I loved about it. To me, it did encompass. And thought their clothes were really bad. So you can tell your friend at work, I thought they were horribly dressed. That's my opinion.
And do you know what,
Okay.
though? Well, as a teenager in the 80s, a lot of teenagers in the 80s had braces weren't around then, or were they around braces? Maybe they were, but they weren't the ones that you get now. So there was a lot of big teeth in photos of kids in the 80s.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad haircuts.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of bad clothes.
There was in season 2, there's a character with a mullet which are coming back now.
No,
But
they're not
that's it.
coming back.
They absolutely are.
Yes,
I'm
Hayley.
not gonna allow-
The Moulet is making a comeback. The Moulet. I'm waiting for when. Do you remember? You've probably never seen anything like this, Will. Hayley, was it a big trend here? In the 80s? Did anyone ever have that one tiny little braid? They'd like cut their hair all short, but just have one little. They used to call it a rat tail at our school.
Yeah,
So
we have those. They're gross.
They are gross.
Do you know what? I actually don't remember them. I've only ever seen them in films when there's a baddie, and there's always a baddie with a little tail on the back of their hair.
Rat tail, yeah.
Yeah, it's never like one of the good guys. It's always a baddie. Thanks, producer Will. There he goes back into his box room until we call him again. He's like the Candyman. We say his name several times until he can't ignore us anymore. If you are listening to the show, get involved. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by whatever you would like to tell us this morning. Let us know where you are listening from. Let us know what you are up to for the rest of the day. Get in touch. We are here because it is now time here on the Hayley and Allyson show. It's that time in the morning where we are your glamorous younger aunties, depending on what age you are answering the question. And we will be answering or trying to solve your problems. If you have a problem you would like us to solve, then like the A-team, get in touch with us here at Backchannel. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your problem. So you'd say the name of your device, followed by the word say, and then explain your problem to us, and we will see if we can help. Thank you for listening and joining us. If you are this morning, we hope you are having a lovely, lovely day. Here we go. Allyson.
Yes.
Are you ready?
I am ready to hopefully help people solve problems. Let's do this.
Allyson is like the voice of reason in these problems, and I am the voice of sarcasm. So here we go. First problem is from Mary, and she said, I am in my first long-term relationship as an adult. She is 31. My boyfriend of 2 years told me that he will not propose to me until I pay off my debt. I had acquired medical bills and a few credit card debts before we met. My debt is over 10k. He said he doesn't want to go into marriage in debt. I understand that, but he is acting like he will not propose until all of my debts are settled. That is going to take about another year. How would you take this?
Well, see, I guess to me, even if you get married, you can still have separate financial arrangements. So I feel like he would not be taking on your debt. You would still be paying off your debt. I would speak to him and I'd say, well, what if I arrange a payment plan? What if I put in a plan and I'm making payments and I can show you that I aim to have this debt paid off by a certain time? Are you still not going to marry me? I kind of feel like this might be, I don't know, maybe someone's got a little cold feet. I mean, I kind of feel like the debt might be a way to avoid maybe making a larger commitment.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that you're there, Allyson, saying that she's got to do some sort of spreadsheet to take to him like he's her bank manager. Like, I would be like, do you know what I'd do, Mary? I do not take this literally, but I would take out some debts in credit cards in his name, so then he's just as in debt as you. And then let's see how he feels about it, Mary. I think Allison's right. I think he's just looking for excuses because I think love has no value of money, Mary.
No. Because if his thing is, well, I don't want to go into it. What? It's our debt then? No, it's not. No, it's not. You can absolutely have different accounts. You can have different, and I just think if you were to say to him, "Here's my plan. I put it in place. You can see these withdrawals are happening monthly. It is coming out, so I will be debt free at this time. Now let's talk about marriage." And if he comes up with another excuse, then you just know, because let's face it, how many people in this world are debt free? Very few. So I'm
Mhm.
just saying, if he's looking for a debt free, I mean, good luck. Keep looking,
There's
buddy. Good luck.
there's certain countries that will never get married because the amount of debt they're in. I mean, I've heard every excuse under the sun, Mary, of why my partner won't marry me, and this is on a very long list. Very long list. Apparently, my eye color isn't right, so I've got to wait for them to change. I just think, is getting married the be all and end all, Mary? This fella, I mean, if he's wanting to, I just think he's looking for reasons why. And just if you're enjoying being together, and there's no pressure to get married, Mary. You're only 31. You've got plenty of years to pay off your debts and find
Yep.
a new man.
Mary, I think you know how we feel. We're not keen on this. I don't know. He says he doesn't want to go into marriage in debt. I don't know, Mary. How important is this marriage to you? I mean, that's going to take another year. Okay, are you willing to wait a year? Like, I just think 1 year. He's like, it's going to take one more year. I want you to pay off that debt. Then we'll get married. If it's just a year, then who cares? Let's.
Mm.
So we're gonna start planning the wedding. If you plan the wedding, here's what you could do: set a date for like a year and a half or 2 years. You could say that's fine. You don't want to get married till the debt is solved. Here's my debt plan. Then we'll get married 3 months after that. Boom, done.
But I mean, Allyson, does that not take away the romance? So, like, there's no romance if you're showing your partner a debt plan and then saying on that day we'll get engaged. I mean, there's no getting engaged in the Maldives there, is there? There's just like, oh, yes, we'll finish this debt plan and then we shall partake in the act of marriage. It just seems so unsexy. And this isn't like Pride and Prejudice here. This is. Mary, look, do you want to get married to him? Let's find out. Get in touch and let us know here on Backchannel. Thank you for your problem. If you have a problem you would like us to not really solve, just discuss, then get in touch here on the Hayley and Allyson show. I'll get my words out. It is Tuesday morning. We are all running on a delay here this morning. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your problem. Here we go. So here's another problem. Allyson, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
So this is from Faith. Faith. I can't say my THs properly. Have you noticed that?
I've never noticed that, Hayley.
I've really got to try and pronounce it.
Say that. Say that.
I can do that one. That. But I shouldn't really have pointed it out because now that is all you're going to pick up on. So she says, I'm American and my boyfriend is French. We live together in California. When we're around his friends or family who are also French, they always speak French, even when I'm around and I only speak English. He assures me that they're not talking about me, but sometimes I hear them use my name. I'm sure they're not being malicious, but is it unreasonable for me to ask them to only speak in English when I'm around? Now, if she would have followed that up by, I sometimes hear my name and certain hand gestures, then I would have been like, something isn't amiss. What do you think, Allyson?
Okay, well, I don't think there's anything wrong with you saying, look, if you want to say only speak English, you start off by saying, could when I'm around, could you guys maybe aim to speak a bit more English just so I can be a bit more involved with things? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The other thing I want you to do is I want you to put an app on your phone. And I want you to record their conversations, and then you can listen to them later and really figure out what is going on. So one of these apps that breaks down what it is they're saying, unless you want to live in bliss and not know what might be being said about you. But if you really want to know, I would say app on the phone, record. And I would tell them, hey, it's no problem, guys. What I'm going to do is I put this app on my phone. So now I'll just decipher it. And you watch them. You watch them be like, no, we'll speak English in front of you. That's no problem. That's what I would do.
I mean, if anything's going to put your in-laws off you more, it'd be you going, hey, I'm going to download an app to spy on you. Yeah, that's a really good advice, Alison. So there you go, Faith. You could download the app. And use
Yeah,
that.
Faith, come on, use
But also,
technology. Yeah.
Faith, you could, if you're serious about this partner, you could maybe try and learn a little bit of French. Try and chip in with the old conversations. You could try and learn a little bit. Do you not think?
Yes, hey, you're right. I mean, that should be, I'm sure she is, though. I'm sure she's trying. But it's one thing to like begin to learn bonjour, comment ça va, and then having someone, speaking chapters of French in front of you. It is, so maybe again say, I'm really making the effort to learn French and I will try to engage and speak in it. But do you mind doing a little bit more English just so I know what's going on? But again, the app is the key, I think. Then they can't hide. Then they can't hide.
If you've got a problem you would like us to solve or cause more problems for you that might be happening right now for Faith, then get in touch. The command to give to your device is the word say. Thank you for joining us. If you are, this is the Hayley and Allyson show here on Backchannel every day, Monday to Friday until 8 a.m. this morning, waking you up at the moment with our problem solving section. I'm not sure how many problems we actually solve. I think we're creating more for ourselves, but there you go.
But I think we give some perspective. Sorry to cut you off. I think we give some
No.
perspective that maybe people don't have. And here's the thing. When people have problems, sometimes it is really hard to see any sort of options outside of the problem because you're in it. So it is nice, even though, yes, Hayley and I, surprisingly, are not trained or educated professional therapists. We do not have, but we do have some perspective that maybe you haven't had. So there we go. And also, listeners, if you're listening, you think you have a little something you want to say to some of these problems, by all means, just say to your device, say, and give us a little piece of advice to pass on. Sometimes people go through things, they've learned a little something. This is the point of it. This is the point. We're all sharing, we're all learning.
And people, just so you do know, as a disclaimer, people have blocked me on Facebook for my opinions on their problems before. Producer Will, it's Producer Will's time to ask Allyson a problem. Hi, Producer Will.
Hi, Hayley. Thank you. Okay, this one is from Steph. Steph is in Alabama, and it reads like this. This is a good one. I think you're going to like this one, Allyson. I started on staff at a small environmental/conservation nonprofit. My co-workers and I are PR, fundraising, and outreach staff. Excuse me. All of us are brand new due to turnover. Today we received an email from our boss that says, quote, "When we are traveling for work, we try, when possible, to stay at a state park. Cabins in the winter, camping normally in the summer, since most cabins are booked for a week. By camping normally in the summer, she means outdoors in a tent, although she has a camper and uses that herself when camping. We are affiliated with the state environmental agency, and although I can't swear because I haven't looked into it, I don't believe the governor requires state employees on travel to camp. I know at least one of my new co-workers feel as I do. We're not going to camp alone in a park in a tent. I can't believe this. Advice? What do you think, Allyson? Should they be expected to go camping on a work trip?
Well, they are environmental conservation people. So, I mean, land and environment, that is, is that your concern? I mean, what are you working on making campgrounds better? I mean, I feel they're making you camp because, again, it's an environmental thing. You're talking about the land and the environment. So, yeah, I would simply ask, is it mandatory? I mean, can you ask your boss, is it mandatory that we camp the whole time? Do you have a health reason that maybe you can't be outside in the cold? Can you develop a health reason as to why maybe you can't be outside in the cold the whole time?
Especially at this time of year, it is. It's getting cold. So I know they said cabins in the winter, but still, that could be. I don't know. Kind of facilities these cabins have. So.
Yeah. I don't believe the governor requires state employees on travel to camp. Well, I think maybe your first step would be to find out if the governor does require state employees to camp. I think legally you should look into what is expected of you and then choose your game plan from there. I like that you have a camper. That's great. Obviously, you're
I think it's her boss who has the camper. I think it's the boss who's asking
Oh.
them to do the camping outside is the one who has like a little. I'm picturing like a little RV type of situation.
No, I would not want to stay in a tent. I would 100%, I would look into legally what is expected, and also I would discuss with my employers as to why it is health-wise that maybe I don't want to camp in the cold. I really would make a lovely health thing. But again, when you're having these conversations, remember, it is not an argument. You're having a discussion.
This
with
is
your
what
employer.
this is just what I was going to say. Is that I would go to your boss and say, "Oh, just out of interest, like, why is it that you like encourage us to camp?" And there's a good chance they might say, "Oh, just because we thought it would be fun because we were like an environmental agency. But if you want to stay in the hotel, blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
as always, I feel like I always give this advice, but you don't have to come at it from a point of. You don't have to be combative about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because, hey, maybe your employer is just doing it because that's kind of the way they've always done it. Maybe your employer will be like, oh, gosh, I've never even thought of that. Maybe we should rent some RVs. That might be nicer. Or maybe let's do this. Or maybe let's do that. Maybe having these discussions will make them see an option. But again, I would look legally what is expected and then approach it with grace, dignity, and decorum. Yes.
That sounds like the motto for a university. Thank you, producer Will.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. You are listening to the Hayley and Allyson show with producer Will here on Backchannel. We are here until 8 a.m. Thank you for joining us if you are this morning. Get involved with the show. The command to say to your device is the word say, followed by whatever you would like to tell us. So that little box in the corner of your room, or wherever it might be high up in your room. I don't know how your room is placed, but the command to give to it is the word say, followed by whatever you would like to tell us this morning. Let us know where you're listening from in the world. Myself and Allyson, we are based in the UK, and I can tell you here that the weather is very, very miserable today. Let us know what you've had for breakfast. Let us know what your plans are for the rest of the day. Whatever you would like to tell us. We are an interactive show here on Backchannel, so do get involved with us, because coming up now, it's one of the best ways to get involved. It is time for our true or false game.
And we love this one. Well, I love this one because, again, everyone, let's be honest. Remember going back to school? Don't we all love a true and false test? We love a true and false exam because, you got a 50-50 chance or 100% chance. You can guess true, you can guess false. I mean, take a guess. Get involved. We love this. This is our favorite one. Now, my record has not been the best. Also, don't worry about that, because I am an example that, sometimes you just got to try, everyone. Sometimes effort counts more than the correct answer. Right, Hayley?
Yes, Allyson, that is correct. You just gotta try. But I am winning, so that's all that matters. It's National Pudding Day today. If you're listening in the US, which the majority you are, pudding is basically dessert. That's what we call dessert in the UK. We call it a pudding. Let us know what your favourite dessert is here on Backchannel. But because it's National Pudding Day, I mean, they have days for everything now. It's just ridiculous.
We love it.
We do love it. I'm here. If it can get me an extra pudding or a dessert, then so be it. The true or false is themed around desserts. So, is this true or false? Shall I go first, Ali?
Let's start it off, and I will guess. Yes. All right, go.
Okay. Is this true or is this false? Get involved at home. Like I say, the command to give to your device is the word say, followed by true or false. Or if you've got any information on the fact you want to back yourself up, then let us know. Here we go. Allyson Jude Smith, true or false? The man who invented cotton candy was a dentist. Is that true or is that false?
Ooh, the man who invented cotton candy was a dentist. Well, my instinct says cotton candy, really rough on the teeth, probably very bad on our teeth. So you would think that a dentist wouldn't invent it. But because I always double guess myself, I'm going to say true. I'm going to say the man who invented cotton candy was a dentist. True.
Okay, Alison, and let's just see if we as anyone agrees with you. Yes, I can see Jane agrees with you. She is from LA and she says true as well. If you want to get your guesses in, the command to give to your device is the word say, followed by true or false. Let us know. And I can see Michael here in Ohio says false. So let's find out if you are right. What did you say again, Alison? Refresh our memory.
I said the man who invented cotton candy was a dentist. I said that was true. I'm going to say true, everyone.
Okay, Alison, strap yourself in because yes, you are right. This is true.
I
It was
started off correct. That never happens. Okay.
never happens. Yeah, Dr. William James Morrison invented cotton candy. He was also a dentist and became the president of the Tennessee State Dental Association in 1894. All he's done there is just created himself more business.
Yeah, essentially, that's what he's done. That is a smart move. He's like, you know what? I know how to make this happen. Also, I think I mentioned this interesting little fact. Everyone, flossing, very important. I once had a dentist tell me if everyone flossed, he would be out of a job. There we go. Flossing, very important. So,
I mean,
but
I
this
don't know if
dentist,
that is a new fact, Alison. You're making out like you're telling us, hey, here's some information for you. You need food to get through the day. Fact. But
people
yes.
skip flossing. I always like to just remind them the importance of it. So yes, yeah,
Okay,
true.
so you were well done, Alison. If you want to get involved, like I say, do so. Thank you for all your guesses so far. Do you want to give me a true or false question, Ali?
I would love to give you a true or false question. Okay, so French meringue is more basic than Italian meringue. We don't mean to get political on this show, everyone. It's not, it's not a cultural thing. So French meringue is more basic than Italian meringue. What do you think? Is that true or is that false, Hayley?
I mean, meringues are very basic anyway, aren't they? I mean, I don't know the Italian or French recipe. I just know they're eggs, mainly egg white and sugar, aren't they? Okay. Someone help me out on the feed here. Let me know what you think. Okay, I'm going to say that's false because I think all meringues are fairly basic, no matter
So
where they
you
come
think,
from.
okay, so you think it's false?
I think they're equal.
You think they're equal. Okay. But you think that statement is false.
I do, Alison. I do think it's false.
Hayley, I don't know the last time you made French and Italian meringue, but I'm sorry you're wrong. It's true. Just so you know, French meringue is more basic than Italian meringue. French is the normal way. Italians use hot sugar.
Mm,
Yep, there you go,
okay,
everyone.
that's fine.
She is not pleased about this, everyone. I'm going to have to make it up to her by making her an Italian meringue, and that is what I'm going to do.
You've promised to make me so much food on this show, Alison. She's promised to make me deviled eggs because I've never had any of them. You promised to make me something else the other day as well. I'm gonna have quite the feast when I come and visit you
I gotta
next.
start making a list. I forgot about the deviled eggs promise. All right. God, I've really stepped up my game with an Italian meringue promise.
Yeah.
Okay. True or false? Give me another one. Give me another one.
Okay, here we go. True or false, Alison? Dundee cakes are from England. Is that true or is that false? Dundee cakes are from England. Let us
Isn't
know.
okay, so Dundee cakes. Isn't Dundee in Scotland? So I'm gonna say false.
Okay, Alison, let's have a look. Yeah, I can see people are agreeing with you on the feed. Well done, William, who also said, yes, of course it's false. They are Scottish. You're quite correct, Alison. Well done. She's got 2 right.
I only know that from living here for so long. If I had been somewhere else, I wouldn't have known that. That's the importance of world travel, anyone. Or at least listening to people on Backchannel from other parts of the world so you can learn about England. So here on Backchannel, if you're pleased, just say thank you for teaching me that Dundee is in Scotland. All right, excellent. Here we go. Oh, producer Will just gave us a little bit of information about a Dundee cake. Dundee cake is a traditional Scottish fruit cake. That's what it is, everyone. The cake is often made with currants, sultanas, and almonds. Sometimes fruit peel may be added to it. They don't like to throw away anything in Scotland. The original development of the cake began in Dundee in the late 1700s in the shop of Janet Keeler. Keeler, I'm going to say. I'm saying Keeler.
You say Keller, I say Keeler. Get in touch. Let us know which is correct. Thank you, Allyson, for that Dundee cake fact. Producer Will
Woohoo.
also. Hit me with a true or false, Allyson. Get involved. The way to do so is you can tweet us. We're on the old Twitter Rooney at Backchannel Live, or one word, or the command to give to your device is the word say. That's the easiest way to get in touch, is just tell your device the one that cannot be named so we don't set them all off. Use the word say followed by whatever you would like to tell us, and we will be reading your messages out shortly. So true or false? Hit me with one.
All right. Hayley, true or false? Baking with matcha is common in Japan. So baking with matcha is common in Japan.
And what is matcha? Can you explain that to me?
Yeah, matcha is a type of it's kind of like a powder. It's a kind of like a green tea. It's an antioxidant kind of green powder, very much like a green tea. So baking with matcha is common in Japan. Is that true or is that false?
Get involved with the show. We are an interactive show here on Backchannel. The command to give to your device, all you need to do is say the word say. So say is the magic word followed by whatever you would like to tell us. In this instance, is this true or is this false? It's a game we are playing. Just read the question again for me, Allyson.
Baking with matcha, which is like a green tea powder, is common in Japan. True or false?
Now, I'm going to go true for that, because I think the Japanese are big on tea, especially green tea. It's very good for you. So I'm going to go true.
You are absolutely correct, Hayley. You're back in the game. Back a game. It is true. It is true.
Hayley!
Once she learned what matcha was, she knew what was going on. So I'm going to get you some matcha for Christmas as well. I actually have some in my cupboard. Not even lying. You are getting matcha for Christmas.
Of course you do. But you are very healthy, though. So in your cupboards and my cupboards are very, very different layers. Do you have like chia seeds?
I do have chia seeds.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
I also have flax seeds.
Do you have the serum for youth in there that they have in the film? What's that film? Goldie Hawn and Meryl Streep, where they're eternally youthful.
Oh, something dead. What is that? And
Death becomes her. Death becomes her.
becomes
Yeah,
her.
you've got the serum for that. Yeah, in my cupboards at the minute are just some tins of beans and dust. So that's the difference between me and Allyson. And if you're watching us in high definition, as some of you are on the feed, you can physically tell who's healthier.
I'm 87 years old, everyone. I am 87 years old, and Hayley is 12. You would not believe it, but that's where we're at right now.
There you go. We are playing true or false this morning. So here we go. Allyson, true or false? It's a pudding theme. Pudding in the US is it's dessert. In the UK, we call it pudding, and it's National Pudding Day. So we are doing a pudding game of true or false. Allyson, is it true or false that rum cake, R-U-M, rum cake is a traditional dessert in the Caribbean?
See, now I feel like this is going to be a trick question because we think of Caribbean and we think of rum. Good rum comes out of the Caribbean. I'm going to say, I'm going to go against, I'm going to say false. I feel like this is trying to trick me. I'm going to say rum cake is a traditional dessert in the Caribbean. I'm saying false.
Okay, let us know what you think. The command to give to your device is the word say. So just say the name of the one that cannot be named, beginning with the letter A. Just say her name, followed by the word say. And true or false, what do you think? Get involved at home. I'll just read out the question for you again. We are playing a game of true or false. We are doing it dessert related today. We love a theme. We love a theme on the Hayley and Allyson show. We are talking desserts. Rum cake is a traditional dessert in the Caribbean. Do you think that's true or do you think that is false? Like I say, the way to get involved, the command to give to your device, say, for example, echo, say true, or echo, say false. Just say the name of your device, followed by the word say, and get in touch. Let us know whether you think this is true or false. That rum cake is a traditional dessert in the Caribbean. Allyson, what did you say again?
I have said false because I feel it's a trick question. I think the statement is trying to trick me, so I say false.
I'm not trying to trick you, Allyson. It's just a fun game that I don't take too seriously.
Tricksters. I'm surrounded by tricksters.
Yeah, you're not being sort of interviewed for an FBI special. Like, it's just a fun game. It's a fun game. I have to keep reminding myself when I lose. True or false? Rum cake is a traditional dessert in the Caribbean. Allyson, the answer is true.
I should have just gone with what was obvious. Yeah, rum in the Caribbean. They've got great rum there, lots of different rums. Rum cake is a traditional dessert in the Caribbean. I don't know why. I don't know why. See, this is the problem with you think you're being tricked by tricksters. You guessed the wrong answer. There we go.
Someone takes these fun games a little bit too seriously on the Hayley and Allyson show. Both of us. Get in touch if you would like to join the game of true or false. We're an interactive show here on Backchannel. First of its kind. The command to give to your device is the word say. Hello, if you are watching this morning. Let us know where in the world you are watching from. The command to give to your device is the word say. So that's all you need to do is tell that little device in the corner of your room or wherever it may be, the word say followed by hello or followed by Hayley and Allyson. You look radiant. I am watching on the live feed and I can't believe how youthful you look. Bit of a mouthful, but we'll interpret it the way that we want to. Yes, there we go. God has been in touch this morning. He says yes. And I presume you're agreeing with how radiant we look, God. I'm sure.
Thank you, God. Thank you.
You don't need to correct us on that if that's not right. So here we go. Allyson, true or false? Give me the next question.
All right. So Hayley, is this true or is this false? Malva pudding originates from South Africa. Malva pudding originates from South Africa. Is that true or is that false? Have a think there, Hayley. If you think you know the answer at home, please say to your device, say, and then tell us true or false. Help Hayley. Hayley, what do you think? What do you think? I've never heard of Malva pudding myself.
No, I haven't ever heard of Malva pudding. Producer Will, can you inform us what a Malva pudding is? Can you let us know? Producer Will's probably eating one now. That's why he's taking so long to get. He's probably just getting his last mouthful.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to do many things at once. It's Malva pudding contains apricot jam. I'm trying to not do a U and give the answer away.
Love
you. And why did we do that, Will?
Don't know. Couldn't possibly say. Contains apricot jam and has a spongy caramelized texture. A cream sauce is often poured over it whilst it is hot. It is usually served with hot custard and or ice cream.
Thank you, Producer Will.
I just read that from.
Yeah, and also it looks like Producer Will's been napping on his desk there if you're watching on the live feed because he does have creases on his face. Always good to see in HD. So keeping you up, Will. Malva pudding originates from South Africa. I'm gonna go. That's true. If you think that's true, like I say, the command to give to your device is the word say followed by true or false. Get your guesses in because Allyson will be revealing it in a few seconds. Allyson,
in a few seconds. Yep.
I said true. So
Hayley said true. Malva pudding originates from South Africa. It contains an apricot jam, a spongy caramelized texture, a cream sauce often poured over it, although you can also do ice cream. Does Malva pudding originate from South Africa? Why, yes, it does, Hayley. You are absolutely correct. That is a true statement. So we've learned it's come from South Africa and what Malva pudding is. If you know how to make a Malva pudding, just say to your device, say, here, Hayley and Allyson, and teach us here at Backchannel. All right, if you've just tuned, we're playing a good old game of true and false because we love easy answers. So, Hayley, do you have one for me now?
I do, Allyson. I do. Okay. Cannellini are traditional Sicilian desserts Is that true or is that false? If you would like to help Allyson out on this, the command to give to your device is the word say, followed by true or false. Or if you're on Twitter, you can get involved that way by tweeting us at Backchannel Live the answer, true or false. That's as simple as that. The easiest way, though, is to get in touch via your device. Like I say, all you need to do, the magic word is say. Just tell the name of your device, whatever the name of your device may be, say, and true or false. Get in touch with us. Cannellini are traditional Sicilian desserts, Allyson June Smith. But is that true or is that false? What was the answer? I don't know why I'm speaking like this.
I will take it. True. You know what? The moment you said cannellini, my stomach grumbled. I don't know if you could hear that on the microphone. So I feel like my gut is telling me that it is true. I'm going to say cannellini are cannellini. Yeah, our traditional Sicilian desserts. I'm going to say true.
Okay, Allyson, I can let you know that along with Stephen from LA, you have both got that wrong. Because cannellini are traditional Sicilian dishes. No, it's cannelloni. Cannellini is a type of bean. I feel like producer Will has stitched us up with this one.
He is really trying to trick us today. I'm telling you, nothing but tricksters everywhere. Yeah, okay. I respect that. Yeah.
David, he got in touch and David said it was false. So David from Wisconsin, well done. You were correct. You knew that the answer was false. But Allyson didn't. She thought it was true. I mean, you say cannellini.
I say
cannelloni. We are being very tricksy with these questions, but well done, David. You got that right. You have won, David, the ability to be smug for the rest of the day for getting an answer correct on the Hayley and Allyson show. Here this morning, we are playing a game of true or false for a few more minutes. Get in touch if you would like to take part in the quiz. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by true or false. Let's do one more, Allyson. You give one more to me.
I might say this wrong. I'm trying to do this correctly. So, cardamom buns are popular desserts in Sweden. Cardamom buns, spelled Cardamon, and I just like saying it, cardamom. Cardamom buns are popular desserts in Sweden. What do you think? Is that true or is that false? If you are an expert on cardamom buns, cardamom buns. That's hard. Say that 3 times in a row. Cardamom buns. Cardamom buns.
You're saying it that much, it sounds like a Nicki Minaj song.
We got that cardamom buns. Cardamom buns are popular desserts in Sweden. If you're an expert, please let us know, even if you've had one. David is back in. David says false. Hayley, cardamom buns are desserts in Sweden. What do we think? I'm
going to go with David on this one. I'm going to let David lead me because he got the last one right. So hopefully he's got this one right as well. So please, David, because I need to re-steam, get my ego back. That's what I need to do. So yeah, I'm going to follow David's lead on this. I'm going to say that cardamom buns are popular desserts in Sweden is false.
All right. Well, you and David unfortunately are wrong. It is true. Oh! I'm so sorry, you two. It is true. Cardamom buns are popular desserts in Sweden.
David. Do you know what, David? I'll let you off. We're just glad to have you listening. But yeah, I did not know that. Thank you, Allyson. You won this round today. But I will be back tomorrow for vengeance.
She does not take losing easily, everyone.
I'm such a bad loser. Like, do you know when we were playing childhood games growing up, I was that one from Monopoly who used to steal money from the bank.
Hayley Ellis.
Sister goes to the toilet, put the money under the board. That's what you do.
You are shameful. I can't believe you're a game cheater.
Yes, because, I'm one of life's winners, Allyson.
Oh my gosh. I'm one of life's winners is probably one of the most.
Do you not cheat? Did you never cheat at games growing up?
No, but I have a very low competitive nature. I really, because people get so angry over games that early on I was like, I'm just going to decide I don't care if I lose. Right? It's easier that way. So I'm not that competitive. So no, I was never a cheater. Now, if I was playing a board game and it was really easy and something did present itself, I mean, I may have looked at an answer on a card here or there. I may have seen a few things, but I wouldn't say I went into it looking to cheat to win. But now I know any games that I play in the future with Hayley, it's very competitive.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're not right here. I'm glad we're at a distance. It's easier for me to cheat.
I'm not cheating in these games, Alison. It's clearly not because I lost that one. But there you go. I'm very competitive growing up. Let's listen. Let's move on. You are listening
Haley,
to
wait. Haley
what?
just said she doesn't cheat in these games. If you think that statement is true or false, please say into your device, say true or false. Haley believes she is not cheating on these games.
If I was cheating, Alison, I'd make sure I win. I don't cheat to lose, do you?
It's true. It's true.
Right, here we go. Let's move on, Alison. Thank you for joining us if you are on the very competitive Hayley and Alison Breakfast Show. We are here with you until 8 a.m. Get involved with the show. The way to do so, the command to give to your device is the name of your device followed by the word say. And whatever you would like to tell us this morning, let us know where you are listening in the world and let us know what you are up to for the rest of the day. Here on Backchannel in an hour's time, you can stay tuned for Kate Cocker's show. She will be here with our lovely producer, Will, back again. Listen, Alison, I would like to chat reality TV.
Oh God. Okay, let's chat reality TV. I'll try not to be too jaded. I'll try to be positive. I don't get me wrong. I do watch it. I like a little reality TV. I just feel sometimes it's detrimental to our mental health. But let us continue.
Alison, could you not sigh when I say let's discuss something? Could you not do an audible sigh?
Okay, Haley, let's talk reality TV.
It's not what you want to hear, is it? Just the sound of your friend sighing when you bring up a discussion. Because I'm such a big fan of reality TV show. I like to switch my brain off and just sort of focus on something that doesn't need that much brain span. Like the Hayley and Alison show. Um, but I love, if you like reality TV shows, let us know your favorite show. Maybe we're going to discuss it now. There's an article I've been looking at about reality competition shows that we forgot existed. So you might remember these. Let's have a look. Because there's some really, really bizarre ones that have been on American TV, especially. Now, these are ones that I might not necessarily have seen, but I've certainly read about in the past. Where oh dear! So there was one show in 2005 called "Who's Your Daddy?" And
Wow.
have you heard this?
Yeah, this is horrible.
It's really horrible. They made a game out of a woman's attempt to find her real father. The men were to be rewarded with the cash if they could dupe her into thinking she was their daughter. But the show was shelved after just one highly controversial episode. Of course it was. What an
Yeah,
awful, awful thing to do.
that is. I mean, the poor girl, like having to choose which one is your dad when I
I mean,
just
and the fact that your dad's only agreed to do it is because he's going to be on a TV show and getting paid for it is just hideous. That poor girl. But I would like to watch the rest of the episodes that were made. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Awful, awful show. Have you ever been asked to do a reality TV show?
I've been asked to do like not a reality TV show, but the Got Talent shows, Britain's Got Talent. I've been asked a few times to do that.
Mm.
But no, nothing really. So if there's any reality shows out there that need a very bad true or false player, I'm your girl. Please say to Back Channel, Allison, we've got the show for you.
Here's another one that was swiftly took off the air. There was a show called The Swan. It actually went for a little bit, 2004 to 2005, and each
Ooh.
week, this was on a TV show Fox. The Swan took two women and gave them complete surgical makeovers, claiming to be an attempt to better their lives. It was slammed by critics, and it was the end of the season. Because at the end of the season, the women were forced to then compete in a beauty pageant. That caused a lot of outrage. complete surgical makeovers. There was a show, and I think it's still on, called, is it Bridal Plasty, where women were getting married and they were basically sort of had to win surgery each week to improve themselves on the lead up to their wedding.
That is one of the shows listed on this as well. Yeah. Horrific. Not to mention, they said that actually all the amount of surgery that these people went through in this one, it's surprisingly not good for you, everyone. It's surprisingly not the best for you health-wise. And again, it's just, I don't know. I think some of these shows are really pumping superficial thoughts here.
Do you know they said that the surgical makeovers in this show, The Swamp, were claiming to be an attempt to better these women's lives? I tell you what would better my life more than a nose job: a kitchen island, just an island in my kitchen. That would be beneficial for my life. More places to put stuff. Like, I think I need that more than I need cheekbones at the minute.
Yeah, agreed.
But
Agreed.
if you're watching on the visual feed, don't let me know what I need
Please
doing.
do not comment about what procedures you would want us to have done.
There's a lot of peer pressure on women to look good, but I can tell you, as you can clearly see, it hasn't affected me this morning. Haven't even brushed my hair. Good morning. Welcome to Backchannel, the Hayley and Allyson show. We are talking about reality TV shows. Is there a TV show that we haven't covered? A random reality TV show. A lot of them are sort of dating shows, aren't they? Where you might remember Joe Millionaire. Have you heard of this one?
Oh, yeah, I remember Joe Millionaire. Isn't this the one where a gentleman pretended to be a millionaire, pretended to be a rich guy, and women competed for his love? And then at the end, when the woman won his affections, that's when she found out that he was not a millionaire and was just an average wage earner. Yeah. So you can imagine how happy she was by the end of it, because obviously she was in it for love.
Yeah, of course she was in it for love, and that's why she stayed with him 0.2 seconds after this show ended. Deception. What is going through these people's minds? It is madness, but I am here for that. I'm terrible. I love these TV shows, and I am part of the problem. So let us know if there's a reality TV show that you have taken a liking to. Get in touch. The command to give to your device is the word "say," followed by it. Over here in the UK, I don't think you have this in the States, and this will blow your mind if you haven't. We have a TV show in the UK called Naked Attraction.
I was wondering if you were going to bring this one up. This is, the first time I could only watch a bit of an episode because it was very, okay, Hayley, tell us Naked Attraction. Explain to the North American listeners what Naked Attraction is.
Okay, and I have to be careful here because this is breakfast radio.
Yeah.
It is sort of what you can imagine. So it's a dating show called Naked Attraction. It's on in the UK, and it's basically five people stand in different coloured perspex boxes. They are completely naked, but you only get revealed, their sort of naked bodies get revealed in sections. So the section will go up, and you're straight away, you are seen with the lower carriage. Is that a breakfast word safe?
Yeah, I think so. Well, don't they start off? Isn't it like, here's their feet, here's their shin, here's their knee?
It fully goes up to see the
okay.
Yep. So we're straight in there.
Wow.
And then they'll have a person choosing, and they'll go, do you know what? I've got to be so careful with this.
You're like,
in the orange box, not what I'm used to.
But I would like to get to know this person further, I guess
I really like their toes. That is not what they say. But I will keep them in. And yeah, so it's basically you're seeing the goods straight away in that show, and you only show them the face last. So they've already whittled it down. It's such a horrible but amazing show. Google it if you're in the States and you haven't seen it. Make sure you don't do it at work because you will get fired. But it's sort of similar. There's a US show which I love, an American reality show called Naked and Afraid, where they say it's sort of a survival show, but they're completely naked. So
Naked and Afraid is more just like a constant how I feel every day. That's terrifying. Naked and Afraid. Dropped off somewhere, naked, survive.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's also massive in the UK at the minute and around the world is a Married at First Sight. And do you watch this, Alison?
I haven't watched it, but I've heard quite a bit about it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll explain very briefly. It is Married at First Sight. So they only see the partner that they're going to be married as they're walking down the aisle. So they have men and women. And apparently, so what they say is psychologists and their family, they all whittle down these people to find their perfect match. So they think, oh, this person has been matched to me by science. And they'll show clips of their person and they'll be like, hi, my name's Mike. I love a big family and I love animals. And they'll go, do you know what? I think Mike would be a really good match with Chloe. And then they'll cut to a VT of Chloe and she'll be like, oh, my name's Chloe. I don't want any kids. And I hate animals. All right. And then they go, oh, do you know what? I think opposites attract here. Let's pair them up and let them get married. And that is the premise of Married at First Sight, if you haven't seen it. But, entertaining for me, horrific for these people to take part in, I can imagine. If you've been a guest on reality TV show, let us know. Maybe you could be a guest on the Hayley and Allyson show. I'd love to hear from you. Get involved. The command to give to your device is the word say. That's all you need to do to get involved with the show. Went Sean Connery then. Say to your device the word say, followed by hello, Hayley and Allyson, or hello, whatever you would like to say. We are here for the next 10 minutes on Backchannel. Get involved with the show. We are talking all the latest news from around the world. And we're talking currently with reality TV shows. So if you have a favourite reality TV show, let us know what that is. I love the ones in the States. In fact, when I go on holiday in the States, I tend to watch these sort of shows like Who's the Daddy? Those sort of ones. Let's stay tuned after the break. I mean, awful person. Here in the news, though, in the UK, it was reported on Sky News today, Amy Winehouse, the dress worn by the singer during the final show she was on, it got sold for £180,000 at auction.
Wow.
But the auction raised more than $3 million, and the proceeds will go towards the foundation that Winehouse's parents set up in her memory, which helps young people suffering from addiction. So all the money there is going back into something good. But £180,000. I think my last dress I wore is worth £2.50 according to Facebook Marketplace. Still for sale. If anyone wants it, add me on there. Let me know. Apparently they're not bringing back Frozen. We've had Frozen, the TV show, the film 1 and 2. But apparently the Frozen star Josh Gad says there's no need for a third installment. You try telling my child that, Josh.
Yeah, exactly, Josh. This is the thing. Frozen, I mean, that was one of the biggest. I mean, it's a great movie. It's got some great songs. I mean, yeah, children were so in love with it.
Yeah, I mean, Josh has said when he's addressed the possibility, because he voices the Olaf, if you didn't know that, but he said Frozen 3 won't happen unless there's a reason for Frozen 3 to exist. The reason is children, Josh. Come on, we've got children who will never let this die. So we need a Frozen 3 just to entertain them so we get a break, Josh. Do it for us. Oh, hello. Mike from Pennsylvania has said hello. Welcome to the show, Mike. Hope you are doing well this morning. Let us know what you're up to for the rest of the day, Mike. Don't worry, we won't join you. We're just nosy people here on the Hayley and Allyson show. Welcome to the show. We are here until 8 a.m. If you want to say hi like Mike, then get in touch. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by whatever you would like to tell us. There you go. We've been talking reality TV this morning. We have been talking the fun news stories from around the world. We will be back tomorrow with the same. We also answer your problems on this show. Isn't that right, Allyson?
We love to hear a little bit of your struggles. We want to know what you're going through. We do. We love to hear struggles. I like to hear struggles. It makes me feel less alone in my own struggles, and I might learn something. So please feel free to share any problems.
We're like the Dementors of Harry Potter. We sort of feed off other people's champagne.
We absolutely do. We absolutely do. And we're here for you every weekday from 6 to 8 a.m. So you can really deal with some stuff before you get into the day. And it doesn't have to be your problem. Let's talk about this during the agony auntie section. It could be somebody else's problem. I'm not going to tell. You tell me about your neighbor and what they're
Yeah,
going through. I'm
but
not going
don't.
to tell.
Yeah, legally, don't tell us their names because we will read them out, and we don't want to go down that route. But yes, as always, producer Will is here with us as well every single day this week until Friday. Isn't that right, Will? Aren't you ecstatic about it?
I'm so excited. It's such a fun way to start my day. I get excited every time.
Yeah, a little bit more enthusiasm in that, please, Will.
I get excited every time.
There we go.
We were talking reality TV earlier, Will. Do you have a favourite reality TV show?
No, I don't. I'll be honest. I was never been a massive reality TV person. I would never usually watch it before, but since I started living with strangers and new people around my age, we got into Love Island this year. I also made like an unofficial I produced an unofficial Love Island podcast this year, and I have to say, I can kind of see the appeal.
Oh,
Kind of get why people are into it. It's very pretty people on television, kind of doing their thing, You get so invested.
Yeah, you do get invested in it. My mum was sort of like, they should do a Love Island for old people. I was like, no one's going to watch that.
Or just like, like average looking people. Can they do a Love Island for like ugly people?
I mean, would you want to, if someone rung you up and said, oh, hi, we'd love you to appear on Love Island, you're like, amazing, but the average looking edition, that was,
They asked me to be on there's a show on BBC Three, which is like the internet online version of the BBC on the BBC. There's a show there called Dinner with Your Ex.
Yes.
Okay.
And I got a call from the casting people for that. One day. This is quite a long time ago, a couple of years ago. And at first I was really up for it. I was like proper game for it. But then the more I thought about it, because we weren't necessarily on bad terms, me and my ex, like we still talked a bit. But the more I thought about it, I was like, oh, they're gonna make us ask all these questions, like we're gonna have to dig into it. I was like, I really don't want to be like digging up the past.
And also if I was asked to go for dinner with my ex, I'd be like, well, this is poisoned. I'd be like, you eat it first.
I don't think they cook it. I don't think they do the cooking. If it was cooking with your ex, if I was going to go on a dating show, there's one called it's called Dinner Dates, and basically people just come to your house. The person comes to your house and you have to cook them dinner, and then they go to like one a day. I think that would be a good one for me because I'm a pretty good cook.
Oh,
not to like blow my own trumpet, but
well, you probably. Yeah, well, I was going to say something that wasn't suitable then for breakfast radio.
I think I'd stand a good chance on it.
Yeah, you might do. Maybe we should get producer Will on there, and we will see how far he gets. What would you cook for them?
I used to have a recipe book called something. It was about cooking. It was about cooking for your day, and. They said, oh, just cook like aphrodisiacs, but that's not real. But I think something like steak, I think maybe, or like something a bit fancy but kind of easy. Not something that's going to keep me in the kitchen for the whole day.
See, there you go. Or keep you in the kitchen while your date's there. That is a big thing I saw whenever there was dating shows. If everyone's in the kitchen all the time, you're also not having the chance to like engage. So I think a meal that you can do some pre-prep and then just a quick,
I want to show off some of my kitchen skills, so I need a little bit of time in the kitchen to like, wow them with my culinary flair.
Juggle your knives in the air and that sort of thing.
Just some flambeing, set some stuff on fire. Absolutely.
I mean, there is aphrodisiacs for the Will. I think you're wrong there because an aphrodisiac for me is a stuffed crust pizza and the bill being paid.
That's it. That's all it takes.
Yeah,
somebody else is picking up the bill. That'll do it for me.
Maybe a dessert. I'm like, oh, that works. Thanks, producer Will. He will be back tomorrow with us, pre-planning his meal. Join us tomorrow as well. Like I say, we will be here 6 till 8 a.m. Thank you for getting involved today. If you have, we appreciate it. We are an interactive show here on Backchannel. The way to get involved, the command to give to your device is the word say, followed by whatever you would like to tell us. Mike from Pennsylvania, we hope you have a lovely day today. David from LA, enjoy yourselves with the rest of your day. Thank you for joining us for the latter half of the show. Stay tuned in the next hour. Kate Cocker will be back in an hour's time. She's with her Everyday Positivity show. So do listen to that because that will be fabulous. Set you up in the right way by being a little bit positive for the day. And Mike has said yes, he is going to have a lovely day. I presume that's what you mean, Mike. I will take it that you will. And myself and Allyson for the rest of the day. What you got planned for the rest of the day, Ally?
Today, I think I will be, what am I going to do? I have a gig later on this evening, and then I'm going to make a little stir fry. So that's exciting. A little chicken stir fry, which will be lovely.
This is what, since Allison's moved to the UK, this is what we have her do, just plan the rest of her meals for the rest of the day. We're big on that in the UK.
That's what I do. I'm all about eating. I'm all about eating. Oh, Mike has said thank you. You're welcome, Mike. It's nice to have people interact with us, so we know we can try to brighten up your day, everyone. So do join us. Join us again tomorrow here on Backchannel.
Yes, take care of yourselves, and we will see you tomorrow, bright and early for the Hayley and Allyson show. Look after yourselves, and we'll see you then. Take care.
Bye-bye.